There's no surprising Jay. There's definitely no surprising Jay. Hi everyone, and welcome to Friday night six pack or Friday morning six pack, depending what side of the planet you're on. Friday afternoon, maybe. You know, I guess it could be any time zone. It's a big round globe, unless you ask Bobby Mack, of course.
That's big.
Friday night six pack. Yeah, well, you know, I think he does agree that there may be a slight curve in it, but you know, it's up for debate. Although I think I saw something. One of the leading flat earthers has actually come out now as a globalist.
Ranty flat earth.
Yeah, ranty.
So is he? What's he now? Ranty round earth or?
No, he just calls himself ranty, doesn't he?
I don't know. The first time I heard of him was 2 seconds ago. So.
I know he's doing a show now with Conspiracy Cats.
Conspiracy Cats, yeah. Although they did that before he stopped being a flat earther, but that was part of what stopped him being a flat earther.
Yeah.
That works. So tonight's going to be a fun one. We've got a few things planned. We're, of course, as the title shows, we're going to be reading Darth Dawkins' biggest fan. We found Darth Dawkins' biggest fan, and we're going to be reading we're going to be looking through some comments. He spent 6 months debating people on a YouTube comment thread, and there's some Darth Dawkins gold in there. It actually makes me wonder if it is Darth under a different name. Maybe it's Otangelo. I don't know. It could be one of them. Hi Otangelo, if you're there, by the way. Sorry, I was mean to you last week, but not sorry.
You had a downvote yet? No, you haven't. So. You might not. No. Maybe I scared them off. So yeah, we'll be looking at that. We've also got Darth Dawkins will be on later to read a Bible verse for us, which that should be a lot of fun. We've got some. Jay's found some really interesting tweets. Oh yeah. That's so evil. What an evil laugh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, these are beautiful.
Oh, they're wonderful. There's some good stuff. There is some good stuff. Jay, how are you doing, mate? What's going on? What's happening in your world?
I am trying to send you something, and it's being a pain in the ass trying to get it to you.
It's not one of those nude selfies again, is it?
No.
Jay, if it's a pain in the ass, you're doing it wrong.
Oh, it depends what you're into.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's some people like that little bit of ouch factor. You know, it's if it works, it works.
All right, Chris, check your email.
Check my email.
Check your email.
Ooh, this is dangerous. This could be very dangerous. I will check it. While I'm checking my email, why don't you tell everyone what you've been up to this week?
No, well, I'm working. We're back on 10s, maybe 8 again tomorrow. We're hoping not, but yeah, I put a 12. I put a 12.
Put a 12. You had a 12 shift. Did they give you a 12 at the end of it, or was it
on Twitter? If anybody wanted to see me do some bad karaoke, and pejoratively, it was 93% yes. So I'm going to be doing some bad karaoke.
Oh, cool.
All right, bad karaoke it is.
Oh yeah,
that's always fun and exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should do karaoke.
I think last time I saw it, it was at 100%. So
yeah, somebody downvoted it. Somebody said, "Oh God, no."
Well, that was in all fairness, that was probably Raven, and that's just because she lives with you and knows you'll be practicing. She'll have to listen to it then watch it. So that's okay. It's right. Actually, it's when you do that one, I'll throw you a clip of. We found a clip of me doing a bit of karaoke. Actually today, and I automatically thought of you, so I'll throw you that one for when you do it. Big hello to everyone who's in the chat. I can see Amber's there, of course. Amber's there stalking Ed. There was a bit of confusion earlier in the chat. She said, "I'll see you. Have a good stream, sexy." I wasn't sure if she was talking to myself or Ed. She clarified it was Ed. Look, there's no accounting for taste. There's really no accounting for taste. But
listen here, fucker.
See, it's that accent. Who can resist Darth Dawkins?
He sounds so like Darth, yeah.
Absolutely. Good to see you. Never again. Good to see you as always. Really good to see you. Scummer's got to work today. Poor Scummer. Poor Scummer.
So does Amber. Amber's at work, even though she's stalking me.
Well, that's okay. I mean, she's stalking you. Does that make it workplace harassment?
My stalker's not going to be here today.
Well,
she's training somebody else, so she can't watch.
No, Amber's not here today. Amber's actually in the office today. She has to go into the office one day a week, and her day is Friday. So
dodgy, absolutely dodgy. Alias fake name. Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. Now we do have a question from Scummer. Will Jay have to take another vow of silence after the karaoke? I think it's probably better for all of our ears. Maybe.
I believe I came back with probably.
Yeah. All fun.
You'll have to take the rest of the year off.
Ed,
Yes.
you've had a good week. You had a pretty big interview on your channel, which I haven't had the chance to watch, so don't spoil it too much for me. But I will get the link in the description. We'll get the link in for that because I'll let you. You can tell us. You can tell us what's going on.
I had the awesome and amazing Daryl Davis on my channel yesterday, doing a show of the Formers. And
now, for those who don't know, tell us who Daryl Davis is.
Daryl Davis is a black man of many talents. He is a musician, an author, actor, director, and an activist. And Daryl Davis, for 30 years, has gotten over 200 plus people out of the KKK and other various white extremist groups.
Wow.
And for those who don't know, isn't he the guy that walked up to them KKK guys and said, "What's going on"?
No, actually, what happened was he was playing a gig at a club in Maryland, and when he got done, he was taking a break from a set, and they approached him and said, "We've never seen a black man play piano like Jerry Lee Lewis." And he gave them an educational background on how him and Jerry Lee Lewis both learned how to play piano from a black man. Mm-hmm. And the guy didn't believe him. And it started this whole journey where he would, every time Daryl would play at this club, this guy would come back and bring other Klan members and sit there and talk to Daryl.
So literally from one conversation,
yeah,
it just grew from there, and then unintentional conversation.
Yeah, and then Daryl decided, I want to know more. I want to know why they hate me simply for being black. And he was going to write he did write a book about it, and he went on this journey across the United States and all around the world, and would approach white supremacists and ask them, why do you believe the things you do? And over the years, he's collected hundreds of Klan robes and other memorabilia that he's now planning on putting into a nonprofit museum to educate people on why these people think the way they do and how we can combat it.
Yeah,
that's so roughly how many people? I guess what's the estimate to how many people he's bought out of the Klan?
Anywhere between 230 and 250. He's actually lost count.
Wow.
He has over 150 sets of Klan robes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's insane. All from see, I think the good thing there is I think there's a lesson you disagree with.
Uh-oh.
Have conversations with them.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's me because I'm downloading a video.
Oh, illegals.
No, nothing good. Just standard porn. Well, I assume it is. It's whatever Jay sent me.
You're so vanilla, Chris.
Well, Jay sent it to me. I mean, in America, things are done differently.
Oh, okay.
They're not allowed to. They don't have the freedom of porn anymore.
He was a pain in the ass.
Exactly.
Yeah. See, Yeah, now you get it. Now you get it. So, Jen, tell us about you. I know you had a show today, which once again I missed. So I feel like a real arsehole here because I've missed everyone's shows this week.
You were busy.
In my defence, I've had a bit of a crazy week, but I will go back and watch them because I do actually enjoy watching everyone's show. Actually, there's been a few times. I will say what you're really good for, Ed, is you're good for the car. I can jump in the car. And I can have you going. You're good. You're more visual, Jen, because you have a lot of visual jokes and visual aids. I guess we could say. It's Klaus Balder's in the chat. Good to see you.
To be fair,
mate.
today's stream for me was very much a grab bag where we just got together and talked. Although Kitty had a plan to talk about Bill Gates and his comments about intellectual IP and because somebody asked him a question, should we lower the rules about intellectual property rights so that more companies can make the COVID vaccines? And he said no, because that's not effectively going to help, because part of the thing of it is the companies need to know how to make it, and that's part of the intellectual property rights, and we can't just companies shouldn't have to just give that away when they've invested in doing, whether that investment was directly paying for research and development or buying the intellectual property rights from a university that did that in the first place. They put money into that, and there isn't really a lot of money that companies make back out of vaccines. Vaccines are a loss leader for pharmaceutical companies. They make money out of the drugs you take, but not so much out of the vaccines, because you get the vaccine probably once in your fucking life and that's it, it's gone. And it's one of those things. Vaccines aren't good money makers for pharmaceutical companies. It's the other drugs that they make. So they balance it all out. So opening it up and saying, oh, you have to give it to everybody actually destroys things a little bit for those companies. And I don't think it's something that should be done. I do agree that there are companies out there that go, oh, we've got a good patent on a drug, let's profit gouge on that. There are definitely, we know there's companies that have done that and they're assholes, but it's not the same thing as a company allowing to have intellectual property rights on their discovery or discovery that they've bought. Do
you think that maybe you and I being in Australia, we might have a slightly skewed view, because I think in the States medication can cost ridiculous
it could
amounts.
Cost horrendous, but that's not a problem. That's the problem of the company's profit gouging. That's not the problem of intellectual property rights or anything like that. In Australia, they're not allowed to profit gouge like that, because anything on PBS, the government actually negotiates what price they can sell it at.
Well, to give you all an idea, it's so I've got high blood pressure. It's a hereditary thing, and I've got to take a daily tablet for it. I've heard the price that some people in America pay. Here's
$6.60.
$6.60, subsidised. Ironically, because I'm a student.
But it's not just the subsidies that the government pay towards our medications. That's part of it. But the government also goes and negotiates a better price for us from the pharmaceutical companies. And they go in to our bat and say, look, you're not going to price gouge with this medication. You are not going to do that. We're going to let you make a fair profit in the country, but not a stupid one. Otherwise, you don't get on the PBS scheme, which means your medication isn't the one that's generally prescribed, so people won't go and buy it. So the companies have to toe the line to a certain degree.
Yeah, we've had a comment. Laurie Hayes, good to see you. Laurie, he needs some help because Laurie's been guilty of listening to too many Christians and possibly thinks it may have damaged their IQ. So
I think that would depend what Christians you listen to, because not all Christians are stupid and IQ damaging. Yeah. But yes.
I mean, we're going to have Darth Dawkins here later. That's possibly going to hurt your IQ. He will be reading from the Bible though, so that should be interesting. Unfortunately, Ed'll have to pop out when Darth's here. It's Ed and Darth don't get on very well, so it's a bit like how Clark Kent's never around when Superman pops in. It's one of those relationships we think. It's Ed sneaks away, ducks into a phone booth, and comes out as Darth Dawkins. We're pretty sure that's what happens. So, But no, look, don't worry. I can assure you, you will not be getting any good, wholesome Christian content on here. You will be getting some. Yeah, it's Jay might throw in the occasional Buddhist quote, but
it's not Christian though.
No, it's. I tend to quote Yoda a bit. There's definitely going to be some Yoda. Yes. But and look, Jen just talks science stuff and makes us all feel dumb. But I can guarantee, if you listen to Jen on science, your IQ is absolutely guaranteed to go up. There's no two ways
I also
about
tend
it.
to talk disgustingly at some point. So, although we've already kind of done that with Jay and his what? With Jay.
We lost Jay.
We lost Jay.
We lost Jay. Okay. All right. Now we can. No, that's okay. Now we can all bitch about Jay. So that's all good. I don't know what happened there, but I think Jay's actually uploading a video. So the dance video that we've got, it's a good video, but I think it goes too long. I think when we played at the start, we played at the end. Yeah. So he's done a shorter one. He emailed it to me, which that was his secret email before, and whatever format it's in, it won't let me upload it. So I just said to him, "You do it," because he can do all that kind of stuff. So he started uploading, and away
went bye-bye.
went Jay. Yeah,
He's a computer pro.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well done, Jay.
We'll go with that.
Good job, dumbass.
See, this is what happens when old people and technology get together. It's never a good thing.
To be fair, though, you're talking about me talking about science before, but what I was talking about with vaccines wasn't about the science; it was about the politics of it, which is more your field.
Yeah, no. I was just making a comment about how whenever you talk, I understood what you were talking about.
Yeah,
with the politics there, understood it perfectly. But if you were explaining how the vaccine works, I'd probably be sitting here going,
"That wouldn't be me."
Yep.
Especially the ones that they've used for COVID, because I honestly don't understand. I'm not a biology major. I don't understand the science of it. You need someone like never again. Like that.
Yeah. I'm just going to say never again. It's okay. It's when we're talking about old people, we're definitely not referring to you. We think Jay is around about 100 and something. We're pretty sure that... he tried to enlist in the First World War, but they knocked him back because he was too old. He fondly remembers the Civil War. He was one of the senior generals there, and possibly fought alongside George Washington. We're not sure. We're waiting for the confirmation. But no, it's. See what I've done. I've insulted.
Talk about being old when you're on a six pack, because you are the youngest one here.
I know, but here's the funny thing. I'm middle of June I turned 40, and all of a sudden it's this realization of, hang on a second, it's like this, because it's such a milestone. It's just like I feel I've gone from that sort of, I can't really get away with pretending to be young and hip anymore. Now I've kind of got to be mature, which sucks for me, but.
You don't. Look at Jay. Look at Ed. Which one of them pretends that they're? I mean, look at me. None of us act like we're.
Hang on. With Jay, I mean, we're pretty sure he's senile, so he can't help that. You know what? I'm really hoping.
Yeah.
Oh, he's grumpy.
Oh, he's just grumpy.
Well, yeah.
So he's not immature. He's just grumpy.
No, he's just grumpy.
I'm the God. I do what I want.
Absolutely.
I'll blame mine on my hormones.
No, good fun. Now, one thing I am going to let everyone know about is we've actually set up a new community page. So there's a new, I don't know what you call it, whether you call it a social media platform or, it's kind of like, the best way to describe it is it's like Patreon meets Twitter meets old school MySpace meets Discord. It's basically like our own little social media server where people who are a part of the Six Pack community can come in and they can we can all kind of engage with each other when Six Pack's not on. I know that for me, I hate Twitter, but we've got to use Twitter because that's where everyone is. That's where I talk to most people. So it's called Locals. So it's I'll put the link in. It's hereticals.locals.com. Now it's similar to Patreon where you pay for a subscription or a membership. But what I've done is I've actually put it's like it's $2 a month, but I've put in a promo code for everyone. So you can it's basically a free month. So the promo code is Darth Dawkins, easy one to remember. I'll put the link in the chat here, just so everyone can just go join up. Won't cost you anything. If you don't like it and nothing happens, don't come back. But it's something we're hoping to kind of build as a bit of a community page for ourselves. And look, it helps everyone. It helps, I guess, support the channel and support what we're trying to do. It's every little bit definitely helps. I'll quickly do a screen share just so everyone can see what it looks like. But definitely, where are we? Geez, I'm giving everyone else a hard time about being bad with computers in here. I'm going, where is it? So this is it here. So it's brand new. It's pretty straightforward. Six Packs will be posted in there. I'll be putting exclusive content in there. I'm also going to convince some of the other people here to put their videos in every now and then. We'll share their videos, or I'll just share their videos. I'll just do it without their consent and completely rip off their intellectual property. I don't care. No, I wouldn't do that. Not without their permission. His computer wants to update. Okay, well, that's okay. So
in
just
half an hour time, Jay will rejoin us.
Yeah. So for those who aren't in the chat now or might be watching it in the future, so Jay has now his computer wants to update. So this is what happens. He's got the 286, the old school PC. And it's very exciting for him. He's putting his floppy disks in to update to Windows 95. It's going to be very, very good for him. It's
286
technological. The old 286. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on. I need to stop sharing screen, and we need to full screen you so you can show us all that one.
Hey, guy, that's a computer.
Oh my goodness, the Commodore 64. Oh, I desperately wanted one of those when I was a kid. I can't tell you
never
how
got one?
badly. No, we had the Amstrad.
Oh, you poor thing.
I remember playing Ghosts and Goblins and the Battle of Britain, which were really cool at the time. And Boulder Dash. Oh man.
Yeah, but did you ever go and play those same games on a friend's Commodore 64 and go, it sounds better and it runs a bit better?
Yes, everyone else had a Commodore 64, but in my defence, what that meant was I had access to some games that other people with Commodore 64s didn't have access to. So that kind of made me the cool, different one, in kindergarten.
Yeah.
People would come over and go, "What's this? This is cool." I'm just, and followed by, "Can I come and play your Commodore 64 now, please? Please, can we get a Commodore 64?"
Having said that, the Amstrad was better at racing games because the CPU was slightly faster and it was all relied on the CPU and not the graphic tricks of the graphics chip. So if you had a racing game, the CPC was better at it.
I had Nigel Mansell's Formula One.
Yeah, and if you ever got a Commodore 64 person over to it and they played that on your machine and then they went back home and tried to play a racing game on this, they would have been pissed off because it worked better on the Amstrad.
I'm loving this blank look in Ed's face as he's just going,
what are you talking about?
No, I know what you guys are talking about, but we didn't have any of that. I didn't.
Yeah, he had an abacus.
Now, the first computer I ever actually got to sit down in front of, my Uncle Michael had one, and I think I was, 13, 12? Yeah, I think I was about 12 years old. And then when I went to military school, we had a couple of Apple computers and stuff like that. But, yeah, growing up, we my parents didn't buy any of that.
Hey, it's Darth Dawkins debunked.
Now, well, since Darth Dawkins debunked is here, I mean, I've just seen in the background Darth Dawkins himself is here. I mean, maybe Darth might want to pop in and say hello. Ed, I know you've got to drop out for a second.
Okay.
But it's I think Darth is gonna pop in and say hello to, especially to Darth Dawkins debunk the website. I mean, it's it'd be great to see, what they think. So, Darth, how are you, Darth?
Well, I'm just wondering if you're going to let me speak this time, or are we going
Absolutely.
to play that game where you mute me?
Oh, we're going to play the mute game. Definitely going to play the mute game. But look, I just want to let you know, Darth Dawkins debunked the website is here. So I don't know. Did you want to say hello?
Well, I'd like people to stop using my intellectual content and using my name to.
Hang on. None of your content is intellectual. Let's be fair. There's nothing intellectual about any of your content.
That name is my name. I own the rights to that name, and no one has the right to use that name but me.
Is Darth Dawkins debunked, you mean? The debunk part, or the
name Darth Dawkins belongs to me, and they're taking advantage of my hard work.
I'm thinking George Lucas.
Why
Stop
would
talking
you not
over
let
me?
speak?
Why are you talking over me? You're talking over me.
I was talking, and you.
All right, so we've got our first Darth in here. Darth, I'm thinking that George Lucas and Richard Dawkins might have something to say about your name. Just putting that one out there. Putting that one out there, Darth.
Though to be fair, given the current rate of things that Richard Dawkins has said, it might not be the most intelligent thing he's ever said if he said something about it. So.
I don't know. Poor Richard.
Poor Richard. I think the problem with Richard, and I actually said this on my stream, is I think he's still living in the 70s.
You know what? I'll tell you what I think Richard did. I think Richard tried to start a conversation on Twitter that you never start on Twitter.
No, he posted again today, and it was even worse than the one he posted before.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, I haven't either.
He'd better be careful. I think he won an award back in 1992. He'd better be careful. He could lose that as well.
Lose that one as well. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Darth? What do you think about Richard Dawkins? What are your thoughts on Richard Dawkins, Darth? How do you feel about him?
Just because he's trying to start a discussion and educate people on the proper way to be a human being doesn't mean he should be canceled.
So you like? So what you're saying is you like him?
I couldn't.
Oh, you did well. You did so well. You did so well. It's. Ladies and gentlemen, we have unmasked Darth Dawkins.
We've been telling you for months that Darth Dawkins.
As soon as I said that, I started laughing. I was like, I can't hold it.
This is the first time. See, this is when I needed to mute you.
But, I mean, the whole Darth Dawkins thing's come back to the thing that we discussed in the stream that that you were on, Chris, with Steve McRae and SJ, where we were talking about people shouldn't idolize. We shouldn't idolize figures in the atheist community, because that, as soon as you're doing that, you're almost. It's almost like we're becoming atheist. People are becoming a religion at that point. If you're going to think that Richard Dawkins
atheism is religious as
wrong, then you're an idiot, because Richard Dawkins knows a lot about. He is the definition of an expert. He knows a lot about a very small area, and as soon as he steps outside of his area, he's just as dumb as everybody else. And that's the fact. And what he's doing on Twitter at the moment is showing how dumb he is about things he doesn't understand. And people do it all the time. He's not the only one. He won't be the last.
Yeah, but here's a classic example. It's something I brought up. I don't know if you all saw the Aaron Ra and the Muslim philosophers. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty.
What happened with that? Because I didn't see it. So
look, he went on to a. It was a Muslim apologist channel, and they're the guys who converted empathetic atheist. So, they're not your run of the mill Kent Hovind style evangelists. They're full on philosophers who, when it comes to philosophy, they know their shit. Straight up, they know their shit. But Aaron Ra went on, and he read it was almost like he was reading from the script of things you say to the Kent Hovind level philosophers, and these guys just tore him apart. Oh, wow. I haven't seen through to the end, but there's a lot of videos popping up with, hang on, did Aaron Ra just concede this or that? And I was like,
yeah, I heard that Aaron Ra got trapped in the middle of a conversation and basically conceded to something you shouldn't have.
There's a big difference between Muslims and Kent Hovind.
Not all of them, but these particular ones.
These guys in particular, and I'm using extremes to put forward an example. But I mean, these guys, look, the stuff they're talking about, I wouldn't have the conversation with them purely because I've got no idea. I couldn't answer their questions. I'm not a philosopher. But I guess the point I'm making is people shouldn't try and be experts in areas they're clearly not experts in.
Yeah.
Aaron Ra is great on science. Biology, geology. He's good on that. He's not a PhD, but
he may be very well versed in Christian philosophy. There's a difference between that and Islamic philosophy.
You're talking about the man who said rocks are atheists, so.
Yeah. kind of says it all.
There's yeah.
But one thing is, and he is someone who gets put up on a pedestal a lot.
Not by his own choice, though. I don't think with Aaron. I don't think. Well, no, I've had a lot of conversations with Aaron.
Look, I've had conversations with him as well. Look, I don't dislike. I find him pretty.
I don't think. I don't think he's somebody who wants to be. I don't think that he wants other people to put him on that pedestal. He likes being there, but I don't think he legitimately. He definitely likes I don't think he necessarily is out to be the person on the pedestal. I would argue that Matt Dillahunty is the person who likes being on the pedestal.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, he'd hang up on you in a heartbeat for that, Jen.
He would.
Hang right up on you.
Yeah. Yeah, look, I think Matt's and look, I think it was all one thing that really, hit me was the empathetic atheist. What?
You glitched there for a second.
I'm glitching. Oh,
you're glitching.
After I made all those jokes about Jay, dead set. Maybe it's everyone else that's glitching and I'm fine.
No.
Yeah, no, it's you. Because Ed and I were fine.
We'll go with that. But maybe I don't know. I think I was going to say when Justin did the conversion to, I noticed that a lot of people suddenly came out of the woodworks. People who, and Matt Dillahunty has spoken to him before, so I'm not going to put Matt in that category. But all of a sudden, a lot of people paid attention to him, and they all wanted to debate him and talk to him, and it's just like, they wouldn't have paid him a split of attention before.
Yeah.
If all these people are such wonderful philosophers that could have avoided this, maybe they should have paid attention before when he was reaching out to them. Just putting that out there. But anyway, it's we do have a actually. I won't argue that point. He's he is a bit. But anyway, I've had conversations with Aaron, and I don't think he's Look, I don't want this to come across. I don't necessarily like him, but I don't dislike him. It's I'm agnostic on him. I've had conversations with him.
He would say you're a rock for him.
Well, The Rock says, "No, you damn roll." So, anyway, it's and we have had a comment that Grumpy still has his name as Darth Dawkins. That's because he is Darth Dawkins,
and I can't change that thanks to this guy in the corner. Over here.
Yeah, point this way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll fix you up. I'll make you God again. So now, for those, we are waiting for Jay to arrive, to come back, so we can. I was actually weird tweets up before we start reading Darth Dawkins' biggest fanboy, but I guess maybe we move to Darth's biggest fanboy.
Yeah,
we can
do the Bible verse.
Okay.
I have one that I think would be great.
Well, best we get Darth in here, and we'll do Darth Dawkins reads the Bible. So let's. It's always a worry. So I'll drop you out, and you let us know when Darth is ready, and when he goes off camera, and we'll do a nice little flashy thing so he can come back on and read it. He's trying to find his verse. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. Where do you think he'll go, Jen?
Oh, who knows?
I mean, Song of Songs is always good. Yeah, that's always. I mean, look, it could be Deuteronomy. Maybe we get Darth Dawkins, going to.
You can get some sexy, saucy bits out of Revelation.
Or there's some weird shit in Revelation. Revelation, seriously, that was written on magic mushrooms. I'm convinced.
Did they have magic mushrooms in the Middle East?
No, but you know what they did have? They had the Oracle of Delphi. And they reckon that was actually underneath a gas chamber. The reason that people saw things was because they got high. Now, everyone, exciting times. I am going to bring in the one, the only, Darth Dawkins to read the Bible.
From Proverbs, chapter 5, verse 18. Let thy fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant doe. Let her breasts satisfy thee at all times, and be thou ravished always with her love. Oh.
Oh, I love the Homer bit at the end.
that was sensational. That was that will be clipped in our Darth Dawkins reads the Bible. Oh dear, poor Jay. Jay's going to have some editing. That was a good one. That was
that was awesome.
There was some sexy in that.
That was definitely sexy.
I mean, did you read the whole Bible, or did you just go search breasts?
No, for whatever reason, I can't even. I don't even know why I remembered that one, but I was sitting here thinking
I reckon I know why you remembered it, but
well, no, it's what's some of the craziest ones that I've read that when I was studying at Amherst or whatever that made me go, the hell am I reading here? And Proverbs 5 popped into my head, and I'm like, oh shit, what verse was that? So I did kind of have to half look it up.
Oh, now you got to do the Lord is my shepherd.
Oh no! See, I'm thinking a bit of Exodus 21. We can get some instructions on how to treat your slaves better.
In a sexy voice.
Methods. Well, just in his Darth Dawkins voice. I mean, it's Hang on. Well, hang on. Can I just clarify? Are you saying Darth Dawkins got a sexy voice?
No,
Jen?
I'm not. I'm saying that.
No. We need to go. We need to go here.
I'm saying that Ed tried to sex up the end of that.
So you are agreeing that you did find it sexy in parts?
No, I'm saying he tried
the
to
Darth
sex
Dawkins.
it up.
So, in your spare time, how many Darth Dawkins videos do you watch?
I do not watch Darth Dawkins videos.
And what? Okay, well, you listen to them. And what are you doing when you listen to the Darth Dawkins videos, or don't we want to know? I mean, have you unpacked that box yet?
I have not.
I don't believe you, but that's okay. That's okay.
Believe me.
That was the first thing. Oh, well, no, because she never packed it. It was just like thrown all on the passenger
was just
seat of the
thrown
car.
together.
It was just like, let's go, let's get out of here. It's the special box is emptied. We know what happened. We all know. All right. Well, why don't we? So let's get to Darth Dawkins' biggest fan. So, as many of you will know, I did a debate some time ago with Darth Dawkins, and I put a few clips of it up, and we've actually discovered from the comment section Darth Dawkins' biggest fan. Now, I was quite surprised to see 197 comments, which I doubt we're going to read all of, but this person has been debating in classic Darth Dawkins fashion pretty much since, for 6 months.
September.
So yeah, I thought let's go and have a look and see. Is Darth Dawkins' biggest fan overly different to Darth Dawkins? So the link I'll put the link in the I won't put it in the chat because then people will go and actually watch that, and we don't want that. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So let's go to Darth Dawkins' biggest fan. Now I will put I'll do the old screen share here. Oh, it went quiet. It went really quiet.
I'm reading through some of these comments, just like, what?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Do you know what words mean?
I don't think he does. I don't think, or he. Or I assume he. I mean, could be a she. Jen, is it you?
No.
No. Okay. Just making sure. We do know that you have an affinity for Mr. Dawkins now, and it ain't Richard. It ain't Richard. Well, Ed,
I definitely don't have an affinity for Richard.
No, certainly not. I wouldn't imagine so. So it's what's interesting is there's 378 comments on the video and 197 from Darth Dawkins' biggest fan thread. So I think it's only fair, seeing as
to
he's
be
a
fair,
fan.
Some of those replies aren't the fan; they're you and Jay.
Oh right. No, yeah, he's debating people along the way.
Yes.
So there's a whole. We think he's using some Darthisms in there. I'm not going to lie. I haven't gone through and read the whole thing, but hey, we're about to get to the meat of it. So, Ed, since he's your biggest fan, we'll let you take on the role of Briambo.
Oh, jeez. All right.
In your best DD voice.
So, am I just starting with the very first one?
Start with the very first one.
Okay.
I'll play the role of me.
Okay.
And Jen, you can be whoever's the next one to pop up.
So you want me to do this in the Darth voice?
Well, your voice is the Darth voice.
Listen here, don't make me come over there and have a chat with you. You know what I mean?
I'd like you to come over. Jump on a plane. Get over here. It'll be great. We'll drink coffee. Australian coffee is better.
You could do a live performance with Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that'll be
right,
good.
so,
Darth Dawkins live on stage.
So Breambo here, I think. Breambo
or Briambo, I don't know.
Starts off with, why does DD bother with these simple-minded fools?
Jaden says,
He's back.
Timing.
He's back. Oh, you missed so much fun. I said nothing but nice things about you.
You lying son of a bitch. I heard every word. I was listening to it on my phone.
See? There we go. See, I noticed that I lost one subscriber since we started the stream, so I figured that was probably you.
No, it wasn't me.
It was Darth Dawkins.
Ed, did you unsubscribe?
Did I what?
Damn it, Ed.
You're not with it there, Ed.
No, I'm stuck looking at these freaking comments like, what the fuck? Are you serious?
And I got that thing put in, Krish.
Oh, how long did it go for?
Like 10 seconds, maybe.
Oh well, I think we should play it. So this is the new Hereticals video intro.
Yep.
All right. Well, you're all going to see it here first, and then we'll get back to Darth Dawkins. Oh, I like that. That's going to be our sweeping transition for everything.
Okay.
I like that, yeah.
That's cool.
That's
cool.
The blow up where the 6-pack and podcast where it blows up, that was a complete accident. I went, fuck it, I like it.
But did you do another dance video?
No, that was the original dance video. I just replied to the same email.
Okay. That's why it was going all funny. Cool. All right, so I guess to continue, to that why does DD bother with his simple-minded fools? I said, I know, right? It's not like his argument is stupid. Hang on a second.
You are the simple-minded fool I was referring to.
No, you don't say. Damn, I've never encountered a DD fanboy before.
I've heard them all, and not one atheist
on the side of my here, by the way, but it could be anything. Guess you know what YouTube videos I watch now, don't you?
Where's the point?
I've heard them all, and not one atheist has had a defeater for any of DD's arguments. What you did has been tried many times and has failed. Do you have a defeater for any of his arguments, or are you just into parodies as an argument with a period instead of a question mark? So are you making a statement or asking a question?
That's it. Well, boy, you should know the answer to that. He defeated his own argument, was kind of the point, winky face.
You were either clueless or in denial.
Maybe both. Maybe both.
It looks
all right, Jen.
Like, what the fuck?
You got me.
Jen, you can be Rob Ebe, and Jay, you can be How Long.
I got it.
Okay. Do you need a defeater for an argument that is circular? Or does the fact that it's a fallacious argument defeat itself? When he argues that we all presuppose where we get our rationale, but the truth is we don't know from where it is born, merely that it exists, the argument defeats itself. And the reason you don't see atheists come up with a defeater is because you dismiss their completely grounded and fair dismissal of his baseless assertion. He has made a victim of you, and I am trying to help you.
I like that. Has made a victim.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah, up to you. Yeah.
All right, Brembo.
Come on, Briambo.
If you don't know where rational is born, what? if you don't know where rational is born, then how do you know it's not God? Or are you just being ignorantly dismissive?
Rational is a tool born in physical minds who need a way to differentiate between the purely mental and the physically real. The laws of logic are a language model physically limited minds came up with with enormous predictive powers. Those who assert without evidence that some supernatural being spoke to them should be laughed at and dismissed until they can provide sufficient positive evidence for their own claim. No need to do anything but find humor in them bashing at the bedrock of epistemology with their hammer-thick skulls.
Oh, there's some good stuff in here. Poor Briambo.
How naive. You are an embarrassment to your fellow atheists who are cringing at your lame claims.
Incidentally, do you reckon that this Briambo is getting excited about hearing his own words in Darth Dawkins' voice?
Probably.
Maybe, but at least I have your simple mind to laugh at now.
Thank you for your performance. You're my favourite clown right after Darth Dawkins.
Briambo, you've been given multiple rational explanations as to why DD's scripted argument is a fallacy by people far more intelligent, patient and polite than you. But clearly, you're too biased and triggered to actually admit it. Which is fine. Nobody cares, since you're clearly where you belong intellectually, in the same room as flat earthers, Holocaust deniers and QAnon believers.
You don't need a defeater for an argument. You need a confirmer for an argument. You're an idiot.
DD's a textbook psychopathic narcissist clinically. His positions have no merit. He has publicly admitted that he does not apply his same standards to himself as he does others. That is the definition of dishonest. He's a prick.
Oh, you're reading this.
Goofy. You're goofy.
You are typical of all atheist DD debaters. No counter arguments, just a whinge.
No, he didn't say debaters. He said debates.
Yeah.
Oh, debates. Sorry. Yeah. You are typical of all atheist DD debates. No counter arguments, just a whinge. You're not presenting any argument or counter arguments.
No, you're not. You're not, and that's the point. You got that wrong, dude. Everyone is cringing at you, you idiot. Go on, Jay.
Do you want me to read this one, Jay?
I'll get it.
Okay.
DD occasionally asks, how do you rule out God? It's very easy to rule out God. If you have 7 explanations of the origin of the universe presented to me, with the God proposition at one end, which states that the Earth is 6,000 years old, and at the other end of the spectrum, our current understanding of the cosmos, which states that the universe is about 13.7 billion years old, and the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, I would have to willingly suspend my belief in the God proposition in order to accept it. I cannot do that in light of the scientific evidence available. I can rule out God for that reason.
Where in the Bible does it clearly state that the Earth is 6,000 years old or any other age?
Sorry, dude. I forgot that you're not capable of rationality or reason unless you first accept my worldview. This is why you're unable to comprehend any argument. Lol.
Hey, way to go, Vincini. 83. Hey. Oh, if Vincini's got a YouTube channel, I'm going to go subscribe to that.
Typical atheist. You have stooped so low as to make a parody for an argument. How simple-minded are you?
Dude, you need to read what you're saying here. You are literally offering no reasonable counter-argument to any point that is brought up. All you are doing is name-calling and accusing. It's a low position to take and convinces nobody. You sound like an utter troll. Here's a question for you, and I beseech you, ooh, good word, beseech, you to answer the question and not simply insult me. You ask, where in the Bible does it say the world is 6,000 years old? This is a fair question. I'll openly admit that I have never read the Bible, and therefore, unlike many of my fellow atheists who have read the Bible, I'm ignorant of the subject and eager to learn. So I'm asking you now, if the Bible doesn't say the world is 6,000 years old, then how do you believe, I presume due to the Bible, the world is And what evidence do you have other than the Bible that the earth is that old? If you can answer those questions reasonably and rationally, then I will respect you. I may not agree with you, and I may ask follow-ups, or point out the flaws, but I promise not to insult you if you do not insult me. So please, I am eager to hear the answer to these questions.
The Bible makes no claim about the age of the earth. People misinterpret what the Bible says. So the dating of the earth tells us it is about 4.5 billion years old, and cosmology tells us that the universe is about 13.8 billion years old. No contradiction whatsoever, as the Bible makes no claim about either.
Thank you for actually answering the question. I'll admit I didn't think you would, and I was very happy to be surprised. Obviously, as an atheist, I still disagree wholeheartedly with your theories, but I'm glad that this hasn't been a hateful discussion so far, and I hope you will continue to show my fellow atheists the same respect. This guy's way too nice. That's all right. It's well written. It's well written. So my next question would be, what's your evidence for the existence of God? Just so you know, I will not accept the Bible as an answer, not a personal experience you had, nor the fact that we are alive on this planet, nor the world around us. He's setting up here. I do not accept these as evidence because they are not evidence, plain and simple. If you like, I'm happy to go into why they are not evidence after you have answered my first question. And of course, I will happily answer any questions you would like to ask me, as long as you remain friendly and keep any name-calling or insults out of it. I truly believe we can have a rational discussion here that can result in a mutual respect if only we try to. Surely this guy's trolling him. This guy's absolutely got to be trolling him.
All right. You do not accept the universe as evidence for God? Then what is your best explanation for the universe ex nihilo? Your options are either God or absolutely nothing. There are no other options. Which is it?
Oh, pre-sup. He's even doing some pre-sup. Oh, that's so sweet.
It's such a like, dumb argument too.
you know what? You're talking about bad karaoke. This is like bad Darth Dawkins karaoke.
Yeah.
Trying to sing his song.
I hate this argument too because it's so much the this is telling an atheist what an atheist believes. Now I hate it when atheists do this to Christians as well because we shouldn't do that. But you're telling an atheist what they believe, and that's just bullshit. Because the atheist answer for most atheists is we don't fucking know. That's the honest answer. We're not saying the universe came from nothing. There are scientific explanations that say that. But that's not the atheist position.
No, well, there is no real atheist position. Now, this I think it's about to get a little bit better here. I'll be honest, I read ahead, mate. I asked you a question first. That sounds Aussie to me. Please kindly answer, and I will answer you. What's your evidence for God? Please don't answer with a question. Are you saying the universe being in existence is your evidence for God? Because if so, that's not evidence. And just to be absolutely clear, I'm not asking you how the universe came into creation. I'm asking what evidence you have for God, specifically the Christian God found in your Bible.
Okay. You are starting to sound like an utter troll. However, I'll keep playing. Another piece of evidence for God's existence are the laws of logic, which you are using in this interaction, which puts you in a contradiction. The laws of logic?
I know. I'm not trolling, I'm just asking you, how exactly does logic prove the existence of God? You can't just say something proves the existence of God without explaining why it does. If you're going with the logic, the concept of logic is an invention of man, not God. If you're going with logic, why does your logic indicate that the Christian God is real and not the God of Islam or the ancient Greek or Norse gods? In fact, logically, if you deny literal thousands of religions out there, isn't it somewhat illogical that you believe that the God of your Bible exists, seeing as how your logic has told you that the rest of them do not? Yeah, he's fucking with him. I'm convinced.
If the laws of logic are not grounded in God, then where do they come from? You're an idiot.
By the way, these are just questions. I'm not insulting you, and I believe you're right to believe what you want to believe. If you call me a troll again or just retort with insults, then this isn't really a useful discussion. I want to have this discussion, though, as I'm genuinely interested in your thought process, so let's keep it civil. I believe in you. Man and science. Logic literally means, as said in the dictionary, a science that deals with the rules and processes used in sound thinking and reasoning. So what exactly does that have to do with God? Also, please answer my questions if you can.
The question is the same. If the laws of logic are not grounded in God, then where do they come from? They didn't evolve, and they are not created by humans, so where do they come from? Oh my! I can't.
It gets better. It gets better.
Okay, that's because they don't understand the difference between prescriptive and descriptive laws. The laws of logic are descriptive, and they're descriptive of what we see in nature. It's not that it comes from a god; it's just our way of interpreting the shit around us.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skip the next Joe bit because he just basically kind of says the same thing again, which is essentially answer the question, and then we'll go to Briambo, who kind of says the same thing, but it's more entertaining when Briambo says it.
Okay, let me. If you're
no, you've skipped the one before.
You're next, aren't you? Aren't you, Chris? With
the laws of logic.
Okay, yeah. The laws of logic were created by human beings.
Yeah, but that's your line, Chris. Not Ed's.
No, that's
Joe.
Yeah.
Ed's.
We're skipping over.
Yeah, we're skipping because he kind of says the same thing.
Okay, so and I should do in parentheses here. He's quoting Joe Stanton.
Oh, okay.
The laws of logic. The laws of logic were created by human beings. Do you know what begging the question means? Did the humans who created the laws of logic assume them first? You have committed the fallacy and you were not even aware of it. You need to do a course on philosophy if you want to engage in these conversations because you are showing how naive you are.
Oh, I love it.
What?
It's wonderful, isn't it? It's just wonderful.
Oh my God.
LOL. Oh, I get to say LOL. It's Christopher.
No, LOL.
Hashtag LOL.
Hashtag LOL. Hashtag not all. Okay, mate. I was hopeful, but I'm not going to sit here and be insulted by a guy who neither answers my questions nor presents any solid arguments. So I'm done. May your God be with you.
If you were insulted by facts, seek help. What facts? You haven't shown any facts.
Which is exactly what Joe says. What facts? You haven't given me any. I asked you for your logical reasoning and you didn't tell me. I asked why you deny other religions and gods and you didn't answer. Instead, you called me naive and a troll. I'm not replying anymore, mate. Someone else take over. I can't anymore.
Typical triggered fanboy log. Yes, that was a parody of DD's arguments, which even a child could see how utterly ridiculous it is. Why are you defending it? Also, no matter how low I may stoop, at least I haven't got so low as to actually defend someone as indefensible as Darth Dawkins. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi said, who's more the fool or the fool that follows him? Lol.
You do not accept the universe as evidence for God? Then what is your best explanation for the universe, ex Hilo? Your options are either God or absolutely nothing. There are no other options. Yeah. Which is it?
with links to your logical fallacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, black or white earth fallacy.
All people fully understand that the creation of the universe, ex Hilo, requires a causal agent? Okay. The options so far are God or absolutely nothing. which science tells us. I'm open to other options. What are the other options? That's not...
Thor's the other option.
Argument ad populum. Oh, this is so good. Eric's responses are so good.
So he posts
all people fully understand the creation of the universe ex nihilo requires a casual agent. Wikipedia article and a YouTube and the logical fallacy, and then the options so far are God or absolutely nothing, which science tells us. I am open to other options. What are the other options? Right back again to your logicalfallacies.com. Burden of proof.
Can you think and argue for yourself, or do you just provide links which are irrelevant? Do you have any brain capacity at all?
This guy is truly a Darth Dawkins fanboy.
He is.
Oh my God.
I'm pointing out your flaws in your reasoning. You did earlier point. Will you quit moving it? You did earlier point to someone else making a fallacy, so I believe that you're familiar with how argumentation works and don't works. I can refer you to some basic resources on the subject if you like. Also, you can think that they argue. You can think and argue for yourself, or you do just provide links to the irrelevant. Do you have any brain capacity at all? And a link to logicalfallacies.com /
What flaws give an argument?
Do you really want me to show you clearly what fallacies are, or you do also want me to explain what a fallacy is?
Show me where I committed a fallacy and explain why it's a fallacy. Get the fuck.
The only simple mind in the conversation was DD.
When I put you on the spot, you choked.
All right, blow it up. All right, this is a long one. Patience. There's a lot of reasons why people don't answer immediately. For me, it was because I went to bed after I posted my last question. So let's go through the 6 fallacies I've already pointed out. You do not accept the universe as evidence for God? Then what is your best explanation for the universe ex nihilo? This line of reasoning is a personal incredulity fallacy. That means that you argue that if you or anyone else don't know or understand the origins of the universe, your favorite explanation is believable. Instead, rational thinking will give us that if we don't have evidence for the origin of the universe, the only rational answer is we don't know. I'm going to skip the example. Your options are either God or absolutely nothing. There's no other option. Which is it? A logical dichotomy is a statement where only 2 possible outcomes. They can be A or not A. For example, the origins of the universe can only be by God or not God. Otherwise, you need to demonstrate that all other explanations then God or absolutely nothing can be true if you know them or not. Is it possible because many of the explanations... I'm not going through all this.
No.
Yeah, I think we all understand how the logical fallacies work.
Hey, incidentally, I think I've got a new troll.
Uh-oh.
Pretty happy. That's all right. That's okay.
Oh!
That's okay.
Hey, I've heard about this one. What's up, dude? Come play with us. Come play with us. Somebody said it on their stream before and was being a complete douche canoe.
Fair enough.
So, you want to come play? Right. Come play. We'll play.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Raven.
Yeah, Raven's here. That's the important
here.
Thing. Oh, she is. Jay Stalker is here. But no, the channel isn't defined by Darth Dawkins. I think out of the 100 and something videos on, I don't know, he might be mentioned maybe. Oh no, a couple more because I did do the clips.
Can we skip past all the logical fallacies arguments that Briambo doesn't understand?
Absolutely.
Oh wow, that goes on for ages.
Oh yeah. It's like 197 of them.
Oh yeah.
Shall we start with Optimus Prime?
Oh, you're muted, Ed.
Okay.
Should we start with Optimus Prime?
Are you going to go all the way down?
Go from there. Yeah, scroll past all that.
Yeah.
It would be cool if God would just reveal himself in a way that everyone would know for certain that he exists. However, he doesn't. Instead, it's vague religious texts and nothing more. God is playing a game of eternal hide and seek instead of just saying, hey, I do exist. Now worship me because I'm insecure and need validation.
Where are we at here?
Oh, hang on. No, sorry. It's can you think and argue for yourself? Says the Muppet rehashing Dunce Duncan's nonsense.
Dunce Duncan.
Duncan's.
That's a good one. The icing on the cake is you don't even notice any hypocrisy in your comment.
I don't even. Where are we at? I don't even know where we're at.
Just.
The arrow.
It is Darth. Oh, he's reading off his own screen. That's why.
Yeah, I'm reading. I can't see what's up here.
Point out the hypocrisy and explain why it's a hypocrisy.
Well, I think maybe. I think it kind of just continues on. Actually, Darth Dawkins' debate does get.
It does go on for ages. I think maybe we're done with this.
I think we kind of made the
point.
That guy gave me a headache. What? Seriously, you can't be that. Well, yeah, you can't be that stupid.
You ain't seen a headache yet.
Oh.
First picture, Chris. First picture.
Hang on.
Okay.
Have you got it?
I thought you were gone. I thought you had him. I'll pull him up.
Now I've got to download them. Hang on.
No, I'll just pull him up and share him this way.
Yeah, that works. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and do some fun tweets.
Yeah. If anybody used to watch mine and Jen's stream when we actually had it on before I got some issues, I used to do what was called Dumbass Tweet of the Week.
Oh, that was fun.
I've got 3 of them this week.
Oh,
now, actually, before we do that, I'm just going to.
How many of them were Reds?
I'm just going to have a little bit of fun here. I'm just going to have a little bit of fun. What I love is when you get these Christian apologists, and it's what they do. They do the Christian apologetics to try and convert everyone to their side. And they think that the best way to do that is to come into an atheist channel stream. Well, it's not even really an atheist channel anymore. I'm an atheist. I'm secular. GAD's agnostic-ish, I think.
I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, Jen's a scientist, and Jay's a Buddhist. Jay's a Buddhist. So
there are no Christians here.
Yeah, no, but what I love is when they come in and the best way to show good old Christian love is to try and troll, but it's not even good trolling. I mean, you guys had to zoom in. Oh, zing! Oh, you got us. Oh, damn.
Listen,
I've been shut down.
You didn't have to follow along where we were reading. We had to know where we were reading because we were reading it.
And I don't really care. That's yeah. If that's the best you got, I mean, like, seriously. That's at least Tangelo is entertaining. Tangelo comes along and
Tangelo is more entertaining when he actually joins the stream, though. Although fishing is fucking boring.
I like a Tangelo. I've got a funny relationship with a Tangelo because I like a Tangelo when I talk to a Tangelo because you can have a decent conversation with him and he's not a bad guy. But you put him in a like he's a keyboard warrior. In the chat, he's just going on and on and on and anyway. It's
on streams that have absolutely nothing to do with the question of God.
Yeah, I think last week we were talking about like Jordan Peterson and Red Skull or something, and then he pops us like, Tangelo, no, go away. Or that might have been the week before, but yeah. Anyway, Jay, back to important stuff rather than Christian trolls.
Alrighty.
Dumbass tweet of the week.
Bam! Some of you, if you're on Twitter, you've probably seen this one, but this one just got me. It says, okay, the unspoken truth is that we believe in the anti-making community, believe that oxygen is the purest element of God. OX is a symbol of redemption, Y as in the Y chromosome, God the Father, Gen as in Genesis or origin beginning.
Oh my.
Wearing a mask serves as a divide between God the Father and man. Thus, we end up breathing in increased CO2. Carbon, being the mark of the beast, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons, is the mark of the beast, 666.
No.
Because of this decrease in O2 and increase in CO2, it will cause humans to behave more diabolical, i.e. increased fornication via sodomy and masturbation.
What's wrong with increased sodomy and masturbation?
Hang on. Studies have proven that wearing masks can lead to increased homosexuality. We believe that this is directly due to the lack of oxygen to the pineal gland. Anti-breathers are the Antichrist, and in conclusion, we as the children of God cannot be associated with such deviance.
That's got to be a parody. Absolutely has to be a parody.
It has.
There is no way that's serious.
That one had to be so bullshit.
Well, it's
Hi, Amanda.
you see some of these ones and you just sort of think, no, it's like when
That has to be a joke.
I know that me and James sort of sat there before and said, we've got to come up with the weirdest conspiracy that we can and see if we can convince Bobby Mack. That seems like the kind of thing that we would come up with. I don't even think Bobby Mack wouldn't buy that.
I noticed that Amanda commented in the chat that she came in at the wrong time because you were just talking about Untangelo. But you really did come in the wrong time, Amanda, because we just had Jay read that load of shit.
and you missed Darth Dawkins.
And you missed Darth Dawkins, yeah.
Can't miss Darth Dawkins, but yes. So that's dumbass tweet of the week number 1. What else have you got for us, Jay?
Does it get worse? Bye, Raven.
It continues. It just continues.
That's so bad.
All right.
Oh, what the fuck? No.
No. I think Jen. No. I think Jen should read this one.
I think this
is a
that's
Jen.
Mean. Okay. 5 million kids are being rescued from underground under the cover of Operation COVID-19. That is what is really going on with the lockdowns. They are to keep our kids inside and safe while the monsters are rounded up and executed. None will escape. Some of the kids have been underground for 5 generations and would die if exposed to 1 minute of sunlight. That is what the ventilators are actually for. They suffocate a coronavirus patient, but they are really useful for the kids coming out of the tunnels. The cruise ships in every port during the first lockdown were used to triage the kids coming out of the tunnels as they were in every port. They were then taken to a location in America where they are under the love and support that they so badly needed and are really doing well now. Fucking hell.
Hang on.
I hate you, Jay.
So I can't help myself here because that person's on Parler, correct? What was the name? Because I'm going back to I'm going to go and find their Parler and just see if this is kind of typical. So what was it?
T.L. Williams.
That is just so painful. What? What? That must be part of QAnon. That'd have to be a part of QAnon with that drivel.
I mean, it might make for a good sci-fi movie or something.
Wow.
No. Hang on. You are 100% right. Hang on. I'll share this. I've just gone onto their Parler.
Oh, jeez.
And the first thing that pops up is Q Intel. Oh wow, that's
wow, that's hard to look at.
Okay, well the first thing that pops up has Q Intel.
So they're QAnon. So yeah, they had to be with that, didn't they?
Oh, and yeah, there's some.
There'll be some crazy shit there.
I could do an entire stream on that. That's fucking out there.
That is shocking.
Whoa.
Oh, that is so bad.
What the?
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And,
okay. Well, let's move on.
All right. So, and moving forward.
Can you
So,
get
what that is?
worse?
So, the reason that we had that flash is what it does. StreamYard's put this thing up because what people were doing was they'd be like streaming their Netflix into private chats and different things, like UFC pay-per-views and things like that. Those naughty
Try
people.
use Zoom.
Well, there you go. But they've stopped it. So if it picks up or it thinks it's from a certain thing, it goes a bit interesting. So yeah. So all right. So what's our third lucky last?
Oh, the third one. Oh, no, there's 4. Because the last one's just a picture.
Ooh. Okay. Even better.
I like Amanda's comment.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, yeah. QAnon is cognitive dissonance for the cognitive. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. As opposed to that, Chris is a real sexy.
Must be Ed's
beast.
turn to read this time.
Might.
Ed can't read. And the Christian will troll him again.
Here, I got it.
The guy from memory. That's why we messed him up when we jumped ahead.
I got it. There's no way to get the little bell icon off there. Okay.
All right. I can read
got
it
it.
if you
No,
can.
I got it.
Are you okay? Yeah, good.
And I'll do it sexy just for everybody listening.
Even better considering I know the content of this.
Oh, God.
If a so-called straight man going to go around ordering salads and dessert on a date, he might as well cut off his blank because
I think it's dick. You can say dick on this channel. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If a so-called straight man going to go around ordering salads and dessert on a date, he might as well cut off his dick because he's basically a girl. No offense.
Oh, that sounds so wrong with that. Now I have to ask you.
No. Hang on a second. You say it sounds so wrong, but you get this little sort of flush in your cheeks.
No, I think it's hilarious.
I really think you have a Darth Dawkins fetish.
I don't.
Listen, Amber says I'm the fattest, or I'm a fat kid stuck in a skinny body. Listen, I'm ordering everything. I'm ordering appetizers, bread, salad, and you better damn well believe I'm ordering dessert, especially if it's at a decent restaurant. How the fuck does that make me a girl? Like, what?
I think we've had a really good point here. So I guess going back to the first tweet. So why are these people against doing something about CO2 in the world?
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Yeah. Maybe you know what? Maybe that's the next thing you'll see at the climate change conventions. QAnon for the climate.
You just given Amanda nightmares for the next couple of weeks.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That would be one. We could get a live stream from there at the other QAnon table. Doing climate change with QAnon. On this flat Earth. All right, now lucky last. Our lucky last. This is a visual one.
Oh boy.
There you go. It's Nephilim.
Evidence.
Oh, what?
For those who can't see, it's a tree.
It's a tree.
It's a tree. I've got to
It's like
say
bark.
though, that's a hip bone. How fucking big did they think those Nephilim were?
Well, yeah, they were. Well, actually, the scary thing is the Nephilim come down and they make love to the human women. So I'm
they
thinking
rape the human women. They don't.
I'm thinking that. Oh no! Well, they teach them their wicked ways. I don't really think it's necessarily that. I think it could be. Or they're being biblical. Their fathers probably sold them to the Nephilim or something.
Yeah, so if the Nephilim can come down and make love to the human women, that means Nephilim aren't very well endowed.
Or the human women back then were just champions. Absolute fucking champions. Snoo. Well, you know, they talk about the Amazonian women, and they were big.
You've upset Amanda, by the way.
Good.
Oh, good.
Oh dear. Okay. What kind of? You've got a question, Jen, from our Christian friend. I'm happy for you to answer that one.
What kind of? Well, Chris called me a scientist, but my degree is actually in computer science and mathematics. So when he says scientist, most people wouldn't call me a scientist. With that, I'd more likely take the title of an engineer with some universities, but I don't even claim that title. But I do have a love for science and a background in knowledge of stuff. So I don't claim to be a scientist. Chris just calls me that.
Well, see, I think that's just a modern interpretation for people now.
Yeah.
How many scientists back in the day actually had a degree in science?
But I'd like to point out logical, plausible, probable. If you want to have an argument with the scientist, there's one actually in the chat.
Yeah, godless scammer. The science of the sweet game of football is his thing. He will tell you all about Southampton, all about those Saints, and why. I don't know, why does he support them? They're terrible, but anyway, he was very happy. They replied to him on Twitter the other day, and I thought that would make him wet himself. So, way to go. Anyway,
wants to know what my focus in computer science was. Mostly programming. I used to. I haven't done it for a long while. More recently, my work in computers was related to network management and stuff. But prior to that, I wrote software for the education department in Australia. So there you go.
I can assure you, I am certainly not a computer scientist.
Me neither.
Ed definitely isn't. Absolutely.
No.
Ed definitely isn't.
Ed can barely function on a pencil.
No, Jay was around when the first ever computer scientist's great grandfather was born. So that's his claim to fame.
About 1813, I think that was when it was. Somewhere around there.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. About that time. Well, I mean, there's a reason Jay's a Buddhist. That's because he knew Buddha back in the day. So
2,500 years ago.
But
Samuel, these days, most people who do computer science are considered to be software engineers. But I don't even like claiming that thing, because a lot of people don't like computer scientists calling themselves engineers, because your level of degree in as an engineer in computer software is not quite the same as somebody who's like a civil engineer, etc.
Well, I mean, I did Christian ministry. Can I call myself a Christian minister?
Christian scientist. You could call yourself.
No, definitely not a Christian scientist. No, definitely not one of those. Oh dear. This is funny. All right, so where were we? I think we kind of lost our.
That was on the tweet.
There. Apparently, FPV loves your voice, God.
Oh, who doesn't love Darth Dawkins? I mean, well, we know someone who really loves Darth Dawkins.
I wasn't that comment down.
I wasn't talking about you, Jen.
Oh, you weren't talking about me.
Are you assuming?
Now
okay.
I made it worse.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yes, you have. That's okay. That's all right. I mean, well, look. I mean, Sean Connery's gone now, and you had to move on from Sean to someone else.
I had to find another accent, right?
Yeah, that's.
I would like to point out, my voice is not just like DD. It is better.
See, the problem is, every time you do that, Ed, my brain goes, what is it about Homer Simpson that turns Amber on?
Oh, it gets better and better. It just gets better and better, doesn't
it?
Wow.
Yeah, so I've got to say, having a look at this this T.L. Williams on Parler, there is some... surely people don't actually believe this shit. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
they
seeing
do.
some of the usual stuff, like Operation Paperclip. Yeah, okay. All right, whatever. There's the, one to control human consciousness. Oh.
That's
Oh,
MK Ultra.
Hang on. Oh, no, this is it. This is... Oh, I'm going to try and share this because... Okay. If this will take out the dumb tweet. Let me just try and share it, and hopefully it doesn't do its little flash thing. If it does, I might send it to you, Jay, and you can Jay it. Excellent. Beta sex slaves, bunny kitten, and Mickey Mouse programming.
What?
The CIA created Project MKUltra to control human consciousness. Using this technology, handlers developed mind control sex slaves. The sub-project is called Beta Sex Kitten, that involved children being programmed for... Okay, I'm not going to say that because the stream will get demonetized straight away.
Nope.
Once the... I'm going to skip a few words, but was activated, the victim's moral compass would be turned off and they would begin to behave like an animal. This is why many Hollywood stars dress like cats, bunnies, and wear Mickey Mouse ears.
Oh, fuck off. That's way out there.
All I can say right there is the whole the part of the MK Ultra with the sex kitten thing is bullshit. I have read the entire MK Ultra CIA file. You can actually find it if you go to the blackvault.com. They have the entire unredacted files from MK Ultra. They paid a lot of money and used the Freedom from Information Act, got all of it unredacted. They even sued the CIA for those papers. It is not in there anywhere.
I've got one more.
To be perfectly fair, the CIA spent a lot of money doing a lot of really dumb things. Did you know they tried to... They spent over $1 million...
It's doing its thing again.
Don't know what controllers are trying to
Oh
do.
my god.
The CIA spent over $1 million trying to train cats to be used as spies at a Soviet embassy in the US.
That one's true.
Yeah, cats are evil.
So they spent $1 million. They got this cat and they implanted a microphone under its skin with a little antenna that came off the back of its collar, sort of thing, that could do it. They spent over $1 million on this thing, and they let the cat loose near the compound, and it ran on the road and got run over. It was absolutely brilliant, but it's such a stupid waste of money. It's an incredibly stupid waste of money.
Yeah, it's actually. And speaking of that too, and this is an unintentional segue, but we're going to have conspiracies back soon.
Listen, I have a problem. I have a problem with...
We know.
I have a serious issue with
specialist?
secular pagan mum. Secular pagan mum, you do not put creamer in coffee. That's blasphemy.
I mean, you just have, I don't know. I'm a black coffee guy.
That's right. Black like the soul I don't have.
I think we all start somewhere. I mean, I started with the the caramel bloody sugared up to the hell lattes, and then eventually evolved, and then to the point where I had my own coffee shop, and it was just like I was drinking a lot of short blacks. I was drinking so many short blacks I had to go back to long blacks because I needed to space it out.
Does Amber have special cream in her coffee?
See, I'm not going to argue with Never Again because, well, I mean, she's just a sweetheart. So we'll leave that one go.
Never is lovely.
Oh dear, it's just fun. So as I was saying, we're going to get conspiracies back. So I'm going to have a chat to Bobby Mack, and hopefully we can get him back. But worst case scenario, there will definitely be Jay. I'll be there, and we'll try and bring some other people in, and because that was a hell of a lot of fun. Conspiracies, that was a real lot of fun. Even the one where it's everyone agreed Bigfoot was real, apart from me sitting there going, "Hang on, what?" That was interesting. That was interesting. But no, I think there's a lot we can do with, a lot. I mean, there's so many conspiracies out there at the moment. I'm thinking the time travelers trying to kill Donald Trump could be a good one.
I got to look into that one. I have got to look into that. I've never heard that one before.
I hadn't either until I was scrolling.
You've got to do some Donald Trump conspiracies.
Oh, that's a whole queue.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about?
I mean, he's got plenty of his own. I mean, like flashlights up your ass to cure COVID.
I'm thinking,
and he's the best. He's the best. I'll tell you.
You tend to think that he got a lot of his training from Gwyneth Paltrow, wouldn't you?
I'm thinking we could do a whole stream on taking some of these comments out of context. From Amanda, Sandy, Robbie will give it to you. I wouldn't know where to send it to you if you're not on Twitter.
Speaking of Gwyneth Paltrow, have you seen her newest?
No, what's she done now?
She's now selling a vibrator you can wear as a necklace.
What?
Yep.
Why?
$149.
I mean, it made my party trick easier to do because I'd always have one with me. But that's beside the point.
Can you put the link in the private chat for Jen?
Just because go to goop.com.
she hasn't unpacked the box yet, so she says. I don't.
I did find it though. I haven't unpacked it.
You ripped it apart. It was like holes in it. You've punched straight through, and you're sitting there listening to YouTube. Auto plays to a Darth Dawkins clip, and you're like, "That's it. It's on. Let's go." Jen's either frozen or pissed off.
What?
I don't know.
Hang on, what's this? I read one of Amanda's latest comments, and what's that got to do with Eric in an orange skin suit? What the hell has that got to do with anything?
I don't know, but apparently she'll do Sandy.
Anyway, moving on because there are people who would be listening to this without the benefit of the private chat who may not be understanding the context. All I can say is there's shenanigans going on. If you can watch it and with the live chat replay, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. So it's I think we can definitely find some things. So we'll wrap it up because we're at an hour 40.
Yeah.
So we'll call it. We have been talking about possibly doing some later ones because I mean the only reason we wrap it up as early as we do is because certain persons in Australia and needs their beauty sleep because they get jumped on at about 6 o'clock by a 4-year-old. So it's 11 p.m. here now, and I really could do with that sleep.
Chris is the worst. But that's what he's
saying. But I had myself and Jay had a little conversation about Jay potentially continuing after, just because really I don't need to be here. No one comes to see me.
I'm not going to be able to do it this
They will come to see our Darth Dawkins.
Oh, no. I'm talking about probably... We'll work it out, so we'll let people know. But 6:10 a.m. Oh, I'm not looking forward to 6. I'm really not looking forward to 6. It's 11:10 p.m. here. It's almost Saturday. I mean, it's really Friday night. So, Friday night, and I'm sitting in front of a computer, getting ready to go to bed early. I am getting ready to turn 40, aren't I? Anyway, incidentally, the Christian who was in the chat before,
now I know
if you ever actually want to have a conversation, I'm happy to have a conversation. Flick me a message and we can tee it up. Now, for those who didn't see before, we have got a new community page. Everyone needs to go and join it. I will put the link in the chat here. It's really easy. It's hereticals.locals.com. Go there, join up. It's like Patreon meets Twitter meets our own community kind of page. It's $2 for membership, but you get a month's worth of free membership if you use the code Darth Dawkins. So when it asks you for a promo code, use Darth Dawkins, and it will get you a free month. So, and then if you want to stay on, you can stay on. It's a brand new thing. It's our own. It's like our own private social media. We control what goes on in there. So it's no one's going to get banned or blocked for anything. Even hell, if Christians want to come in and have a conversation, they want to join as a member, they're more than welcome to come and do that, and we'll have conversations with them. So, Tangelo, if you're there, mate, come and join us in there. You can post all your usual stuff in there. But hereticals.locals.com. Go and join up, and it's a community page. So it's like Discord, Patreon, everything all rolled into one. It seems pretty good so far. We're going to give it a go, but definitely click on the link. Now, one other thing I am going to brag about. I did put this up on Twitter before. So I don't talk about my extended family a lot. Everyone knows Lissy, obviously, but there's things for obvious reasons I like to keep private. My mother, she's been through a difficult 10 years. I'm not going to get into details, but she's an ex-police officer. She's no longer in the police, and she's had a real tough time. But part of her therapy, and something she always wanted to do, was she always wanted to write a book. It was therapeutic for her, but she's written chapters in books before, and she is a writer, but she always wanted to actually go and write a novel, and she spent years doing this, and she has actually written a novel. So I am going to share this one, because if anyone wants a book to read, and I would really appreciate it if you went and bought my mum's book. I haven't read it myself yet, but
Don't read my mum's book and tell me what it's like, so I can decide if I should read it.
See, it's a bit weird, because I kind of know what's going to happen in the book, because there's certain parts that she was asking me, from a male's perspective, and about certain areas and things like that. But look, it's the good doctor, Kerry Rogerson. Go and buy the book. It's I know how much she put into it, and I'm immensely proud of what she's done. So yeah, she's the sponsor of the video for today. We'll say that, even though she isn't really the sponsor. But go and buy the book. All right. On that note, what do we got coming up? So I've got a pretty full-on week of stuff, so I'll let you all sort of run through first. Jen, what's happening on your channel this week?
Thursday night US time, which is Friday morning for us in Australia. Well, Friday afternoon for Chris, by the time it happens, actually. Be doing What the Fuck Show with Will and Kitty. And I actually have no idea what our topic is this week, because we haven't decided. But that's always a lot of fun. Get a few people in and have a discussion. Sometimes we're a bit more organised than that, but lately it hasn't been. But that's mostly because I'm so busy with still getting this house organised and everything. Aside from that, I'm hoping to get started doing Stump Gens again, where I sit and talk about science, because I want to do that. I'm am hoping that on Sunday, or it'll be Saturday night for you lot, I'll be doing a round table as well. So I want to have a chat session with some people, which sounds like fun, and the weekends are better for it than during the week. And the other thing is, I'm hoping once I finish the current bit of work I'm doing in the house, to get back to doing pre-records. And one of my plans is, instead of sitting here in front of the computer and doing my pre-records about whatever I want to talk about, it won't be a lot of debunking stuff, because I'm kind of sick of it myself. But what I want to do is, there's beautiful countryside out here where I live now, and I want to get out in it and film some footage on my 4K camera and talk about science and the things that excite me. And I'm going to do it in pick different locations and try and get some videos out that kind of look cool, and you can see bits of where I live. So that'll be some fun, but that won't be out for probably another. It probably won't be towards the end of next month. It's pretty busy at the start of this month.
Cool. What's happening with God?
I'm actually going to be doing a live stream on Wednesday, May 5th, probably, around this same time as Six Pack starts, around 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. And it's going to be focusing on missing and murdered Indigenous women in the United States and Canada. May 5th is the National Day of Remembrance or Recognition for this cause. And I think it's something that really needs to be put out there for people to be more aware of. And hopefully on Thursday, May 6th, I am tentatively somewhere around in the afternoon of Thursday, May 6th, I'm going to have Conspiracy Cats come on my channel and get his reactions to one of my favorite nut jobs, a guy called Professor Truth. We're gonna look at some clips from him and see how Conspiracy Cats reacts to this guy.
Excellent. Good fun.
How's your tattoo coming?
It's looking good. Yeah,
definitely looking better than it was before.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they persuaded you not to have that as a tramp stamp.
I tried. I really did. He just wouldn't go for it.
Oh, you got to do the little butterfly. Yeah, you have to.
No.
I don't know. There's got to be a bet that can be done in there. Loser gets a tramp stamp.
No.
I'll have to think of it.
Jay,
what are you doing, man?
If you tried that, Chris, you would lose.
Probably, yeah. Probably. What do you got going on, Jay?
Bad karaoke.
Yee-hee! Woohoo!
Hopefully I can get one or two of them out this weekend. I just found out I have to work tomorrow, which we were hoping we don't, but now I do. So
the secret with karaoke, you have to pick it fresh.
So yeah, unfortunately, I was hoping for 2 days off, but it looks like I'm only getting one. So
dodgy.
Yeah,
dodgy.
Yeah.
Well, who do we complain to?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know, but Amanda's talking about her penis again.
The rule at work is if we're under a certain amount of parts, that we're not supposed to work the weekend. Parts due, so we're way underneath the parts that are due. So we're supposed to get the weekend off, and they're going, no, you can come in anyways. We don't know why, because we'll work completely through all of Monday stuff and probably into Tuesday stuff tomorrow. So it's like, this makes no sense.
Yeah, they're paying you.
Yeah. This will be if we have to work 8 hours, it'll give me 58 hours this week.
Oh damn. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got a couple of things coming up. So on I'm actually not sure when it's going to air. I'm actually going on to a Christian, a right-wing Christian channel this week to have a chat to them, an Australian one, about politics and religion or lack thereof. On Wednesday, I've got an AP podcast on this channel, which will be with Michael Sherlock, the former head of Atheist Alliance International, and vocal critic of the woke movement, and I'd say one of the more controversial figures around.
Good luck.
But we're gonna have a chat. No, we're gonna have a chat. Look, I've spoken to Michael before. I think a lot of it's I don't want to say bravado, but I think he knows how to get attention.
Isn't that what a lot of them want? I mean,
yes and no. I think he's what I think Michael is good at is I think he's good at pointing out where I think people are doing the wrong thing. I think he takes it a bit too far. Like I said to him when he was running AAI, I was talking to him about the whole Zara K thing, and because I've got a few contacts that we were sort of talking to try and get things happening. But I remember I said to him, I said, look, I didn't necessarily disagree with what you said, but from a professional standpoint, I think you handled it wrong, and I think you know that. And he didn't necessarily...
Where'd Jen
lost
go?
Jay.
No, I'm here. Jen's gone.
Oh, hang on. Oh, Jen's gone. So I'm so used to saying we lost Jay, but we lost Jen.
Oh, there she is.
Jen starts with
Window.
the J. So. But yeah, so anyway, look, it'll be a podcast style interview, so similar to the ones I've done in the past. The last one I did was with Henry Rambo, which that was a really, really cool chat actually. But so it'll be sort of something similar to that, and I might have done one with a grumpy person before. I think some grumpy person, but that's okay. So yeah, look, it'll be an interesting conversation. I don't think we've done a podcast, Jay.
We have
yet. I know. I was going to talk to you about that.
Mm-hmm.
I also
You
need to
said
do
that
one with
before.
Jen. Yeah, but in my defence, I haven't done one for 6 months.
That's true.
You know, so it's when I've only just sort of, as you know, we sort of had a bit of a chat about things that are happening. Oh, which reminds me, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. We're at 880 subs, okay, and my birthday is middle of June. I would like to hit 1,000 subs for my 40th birthday. I think that would be cool. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't subscribed, costs you nothing. And tell a friend, bring a friend along. That's what we used to say at church. You know what? Next week, bring a friend with you. Bring a friend to church and let them hear about the wonderful, wonderful world of Jesus Christ. So that's coming up. Obviously, there'll be another six-pack next week. I'm hoping we'll get to do the end time stuff next week.
Yeah.
We will confirm the date for conspiracies. Possibly what might happen is we might have a podcast one week and then conspiracies the next. So it'll be like both on a fortnightly, but we're still working out the exacts of that. So that'll all happen soon. And then we've got a special fundraiser that I can't talk about yet that's happening on Saturday next week, but that'll be 2 hours, and I'll tell you all more about that next week, but it will be fun, so helping out a member of the community. So alright, on that note, I think it's time to say goodbye.
Be safe, everybody.
Bye.
Catch you all
Don't
later.
check on the self-esteem.
Everyone have a fun evening, morning, afternoon, or whatever it is, wherever the hell you are on this beautiful planet that we all occupy.